Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar hosted by Rails to Trails Conservancy's Trail Expert Network. Our topic today is trail use and maintenance during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'd like to introduce Sean Dougan, who's Trail Development Program Manager at East Bay Regional Park District in California in the Bay Area. Sean has worked for East Bay Regional Park District for 13 years. As the Trail Development Program Manager for the last 10 years, Sean has managed complex regional trail and bridge capital improvement projects and worked with community advocacy groups to develop trail use policy. Sean has also played a major role in setting up the Park District's automated trail counter program. So welcome, Sean. Give us the lay of the land for East Bay Park District.
Thanks, Liz, and thanks everyone for having me. Really, right now, I think the Park District is in triage mode. It's surreal to look back and see when we were supposed to just be covering our coughs and washing our hands and not touching our faces to sheltering in place. Right now, we are the Park District. Let me describe a little bit about the Park District and then go into how we're responding to this. We have over 123,000 acres of land. A lot of it's open space. It ranges from very urban, right next door to major population centers, to very rural in the backcountry. We have about 1,330 miles of trails, and that's including paved trails and in-park trails, the trails that connect the parks together. So as you can imagine, as was said already, it's very difficult to close these types of facilities. And there's also clearly a lack of understanding of what it takes to manage those facilities happening out there in the world. We have an operations division. We have an acquisition, stewardship, and development division, which is my division. It's kind of the planning and construction. And of course, public affairs, finance, and human resources. All of those departments are scrambling to figure this out internally and externally. The order, I'll just read a few highlights. The order that we're following, we're taking the lead from the CDC and the Alameda County and Contra Costa County health departments. Those are both the counties that our district resides in. And in order to prevent the spread of COVID, we're supposed to shelter in place. Everyone is supposed to be at home and minimizing their travel, except for essential activities. And those essential activities, if you do undertake them, you cannot congregate groups of 10 or more, and you have to maintain social distancing. And essential activities are defined. There's a bunch, of course, medical and physical supplies and things like that are important, but one of the essential activities that I wanted to point out is section 10.3 of our order says to engage in outdoor activity, provided the individuals comply with social distancing requirements as defined in this section, such as, by way of example, and without limitation, walking, hiking, or running. So it's very clear in that order that type of activity is okay. And so we're trying to find the balance between keeping our staff healthy and safe, who is far less staff out there in the field right now due to this order, and also keeping the trails and parks open as best we can, because we recognize the mental health importance out there. And any of you who have kids, to think that you cannot possibly go outside once a day is crazy making. So, but what we did see, at first we were trying to keep we were keeping all the parks open and saying exercise social distancing. But after the first weekend in California, it was nice weather, we realized that we were getting levels of use that were greater than holiday use. So we, even just last night, the press release went out, and we are now closing hot spots. We're monitoring what spots are getting the most activity, and we're having to close that down. And I think there's a screen share of that happening right now, but we're keeping all the regional trails open as of right now. But there's these questions of how people interact out there in the field, how they're behaving. There's no trash collection. Pack it in, pack it out. We're trying to send these messages out there right now to the community and internally to try to navigate this. So that's kind of where we are right now.
Thank you so much, Sean. That's great. And then just a friendly reminder, we have built a really wonderful resource page specifically in response to the pandemic with all kinds of great resources on it. So we really encourage you to go there, and we'll be adding to it all the time.